Good morning, afternoon, or evening, all members of the cult, past, current, and future, and welcome to the newest series on the channel. As you saw from the community post, which if you haven't, go check the community post, but I've removed Dead by Daylight from both my Twitch and my YouTube channel, and will instead be focusing on other games and series. And the first series I'm going to be making on this channel is State of Decay 2 Lethal Zone. I've been playing State of Decay 2 for a few years, and I've beaten every difficulty except Lethal. Lethal Zone is the one victory that has always eluded me. So, this series is going to be a full-length series of my journey through Lethal Zone in an attempt to beat it. So let's go ahead and we'll start a new community. We'll skip the tutorial, put it on Lethal Zone, and our starting map will be Trumbull Valley. And I'm going to be going in with randomized survivors. I'm going to go through them and get some ideal traits and fifth skills that I believe will help the run. So this series is going to have very few editing and cuts because it's going to be you following me through this Lethal Zone journey. But there will be some time wasters that I cut out. For example, me selecting these survivors here. I'm going to be rolling for a while until I find ideal traits and fifth skills. So I'm going to go ahead and cut to in-game and I will explain these survivors there. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss uploads. I haven't figured out the upload schedule yet, but this will be coming in sections. And yeah, so I hope everyone enjoys. I'll see you guys in the game after we roll these survivors. All right, we spawned in with our survivors. So the first thing you want to do is always search the trunk of the car because there's always going to be something inside there.
With some good looting nearby.
This playthrough is not only going to be me trying to beat Lethal Zone, it's also going to be me helping to teach anyone who has an interest in this game. So always check the trunk of your car the second you spawn in. Now on Lethal Zone, you make a... there was one of the things I was just about to talk about. So on Lethal Zone, the game will always spawn in a plague feral right at the start. And these things are easily the most dangerous freak zombie in the entire game. Luckily, we had our entire crew with us, so they were able to fight it off. Let's see, how much infection did they get? He got 5%.
Time for us to find new digs.
She is at 31%. Okay, so while you have your crew with you, it's always a great idea to have them because they can help fight off the feral, and you always want to come check this area over here because there's going to be a couple of crafting supplies, ideally, and there's a small chance you can find a crossbow over here. Now, on Lethal Zone, you do want to be careful because zombies are extremely sensitive to sound, and if you run, you make a lot more noise. See right there, them running made that zombie turn around. Oh my god, and we got a crossbow. Beautiful. And an 8-slot backpack for this guy. This was an amazing start. So we go ahead and get lucky right off rip with a great crossbow and a big backpack. You always want all your people to have 8-slot bags. 8-slot bags so that they can carry more stuff when you go out on looting runs. So we went ahead and we got a crossbow. The reason why the crossbow is so important will become apparent on a future mission we have to do. But if you kill a plague zombie with a crossbow, there is a higher chance they will drop a plague sample. And also, there's a chance you can retrieve your bolts that you used. So they can, in a manner of speaking... I hear something. I hear a bloater. So that loud gurgling noise you hear is a bloater right there. They do blow up. You can trick them easily. Just get them to chase you. And eventually they will trip. And they'll do that right there. So, bloaters are definitely the easiest to deal with of the freaks. They're the most dangerous when they suddenly spawn in while you're driving your car down the road. Which we'll get into cars and everything, but first let's go up here, show you guys how to claim a base, and then we'll go into the details of our survivors and why I chose them. So, when you come across an outpost, every outpost is going to have requirements, such as a certain amount of survivors have to be in your group, and you have to spend a certain amount of influence, which is this game's currency. However, the starting base is always going to be free on every map. Now, unfortunately, Trumbull Valley has the worst starter base in the game. Because while most starter bases give you 3 facility slots to build with, Trumbull Valley only gives you 2. Which means you're limited on what you can even build right off rip. And so you don't have that 3rd slot to play around with. So you have no choice but to build a workshop and an infirmary. They are the top 2 slots you want to build. They are the only things you want to build. All right, so let's go ahead and grab our rucks from our companions. Go ahead and deposit them.
I call that a successful run.
And then he is over here. So what you want to do is go ahead and just take everything off them, because until you start getting more resources, you're going to want to share your locker among everybody. So if we had not found an 8-slot backpack for this guy I'm playing as now, we would have took the 8 slot off of him and gave him the 6. That way we had the 8 slot for looting runs. Okay, let's go ahead and get this stuff off of her. Alright. So we have Screamer there, Screamer Bloater right beside the car. So first thing we're going to want to do is go hit this cell tower so we can get a read of the area around us and see what's available for looting. Alright, let's go ahead and snipe the Screamer. Let's take out the Bloater. So unfortunately, taking out the Bloater that way, we have to wait for him to pop before we can maybe get our bolt back. And we also can't move in, because if you headshot a Bloater, it basically slowly releases gas. But if you get too close to it, it will blow up. So right now, our best option is just to kind of hang here for a minute until it does its weird little phase out of existence pop. You'll see what I mean in a minute. There we go. And unfortunately, it looks like we do not get any bolts back. So we'll go ahead and hit that. Get him. So I'm going to drive over to this cell tower here. I will edit this part out unless something happens. But once you get some gas, it is always the biggest move to go ahead and refuel your car. You need to have your car in lethal zone. You are dead without it. But you also have to be very careful, because cars are made out of tissue paper on this difficulty. A couple of zombie hits will blow your car up. But I'll see you guys over at the cell tower. Alright, here we are at the outpost. This is a a survey point. That's what it's called. So around the map, when you see these little binoculars, that is a survey point. That is an area for you to climb up, and you can survey your surroundings to see what is available. And this will reveal plague hearts, buildings. It'll show you which buildings have already been pre-looted, etc. Pre-looted, not preluded. Some survey points have items to search, some don't. It's really a luck of the draw type thing. We will go ahead and search this real quick. So what you want to do is you want to just aim.
I'm not finished yet,
and scan all these question marks to reveal the areas around you.
I see some people over there who might need our help.
You can just ignore that. That's just a Trumbull Valley thing.
Oh, we could do a lot with that place.
Go ahead and search all these here. And then once this little orange bar at the top fills up, that will be everything searched. There we go.
That's enough for now.
So now, from looking at that, we can see that these are pre-looted. These over here have been pre-looted. And this has not. So what we can do is we can actually go here, get a food ruck. We are going to come back and claim this outpost later, but we need some more influence first. But we're going to go hit this shed over here. It looks like this shed has already been pre-looted. But because it's the start of the game will spawn in a rucksack here, even if the building's empty. So let's go ahead and climb down. You can use the run button to slide down faster. This makes a lot less noise than climbing, and you'll actually get cardio XP for doing it. So before we do anything, we're going to hit a few spots on the way, assuming we have enough space for them.
Not a shambling corpse to be seen.
But we're going to come in here and search here, because there's a strong chance of getting a food rucksack. Now, keep in mind, just because an outpost says it has one, it might not. Because I have searched this outpost before and there was no food rucksack, and it looks like that's the case on this one. Unfortunately, I did a fast search. We caused a collision, which will bring all the zombies running. But this is a good early food outpost, so once we have enough influence to afford it, we are going to come back and buy this outpost. So this is unfortunately a locked door. I might make some Stay Decay 2 ranking videos for the channel, and I believe the stealth skill is so good. Most other rankings will downplay the stealth skill, but personally I believe it's fantastic. But we'll get into stealth once we get into specializations. And so we're going to take that because you can either break it down for parts once you build a workshop, or you can just sell it for influence to an enclave. So we'll go ahead with what we got, and we'll go hit this building over here to get the free material ruck. Nope. Wait, no, that wasn't a barrel. That was a regular zombie. So I did want to come here anyway because this is a secret little unmarked area right here. Where if you see all these fuel things right here, these cannot pop up on the map. However, they are full of fuel cans and even fuel rucksacks. So if you spawn, this is part of the reason why we spawned in on Trumbull Valley, because there are a few hidden areas like that that are not on the map, but will provide resources. Okay, for some reason it told me to come here, even though there's nothing to scavenge. That's weird, but okay. And so we are going to go ahead and use some bolts on these plague zombies while we're over this way, because the very first mission you get is to collect plague samples for a friendly enclave that spawns in. I guess I got very unlucky and the game just kind of bugged right here because it's not letting me search that area. Oh, wait, hold on. Did I just... Yep, see? So you can get your bolts back. Light bolts have a higher chance of recovery than your standard bolts. So out of this little unmarked area, we should get 2 or 3 fuel cans and a fuel ruck, maybe. We should also get some parts as well. Parts are always valuable. So no fuel rucksack yet. That could turn around in our favor pretty quickly, though. Hopefully with this last one. No, but we did just get a lot of fuel cans right there, so we can't complain too much about that. Go ahead and we'll try to... see if we can't get some plague samples while we're around these plague zombies. So you have to be careful while killing zombies in plague territory. You cannot just spam kill them, because if you do, you will wake up the plague heart. Now, killing them in stealth is not an issue. If you kill them where they cannot detect you, then it's not a problem. However, if they are aware of you and they're aggroed onto you and you fight them...
Quiet for now, but as long as that plague heart is nearby,
I want
won't ever
to
feel safe.
we'll just bust it.
I gotta watch the noise.
So yeah, so the game did not bug like I thought it did. I was hoping it would bug and say that the resource is in there, but it didn't. So we'll go and search at this spot. So real quick, while we got a minute to breathe, I will show you my survivors and why I chose them. So first off, we have Sophia. Now, I didn't choose her for the hero bonus. The hero bonus is always random. You don't get to see that in advance. But she gives us vehicle delivery. That could be useful in the field. And for her traits, she gets a morale bonus from an auto shop and +3 morale with Gracious. And she is our mechanic, so we can craft toolkits to fix our vehicles. Then we have Joey. His hero bonus is +100% or +100 infection resistance. He gets a morale bonus from upgraded kitchen and +100 infection resistance. And he is our cook. We can use him to craft energy drinks once we build a kitchen. And we have Yusuf. His hero bonus is +15 fuel storage. His traits weren't really worth anything, but his chemistry trait being almost at maxed out is why I chose him. Because we need a chemist to craft explosives and flammables for dealing with plague hearts. So those are the 3 we currently have. The next person I want to get is ideally someone with the computer's 5th skill. 5th skill, I don't know why I said it weird just then. But beggars cannot be choosers. You can only get what the Enclave spawn-ins give you, which we'll talk about Enclave spawns in just a bit. So when you start, I think I hear a barrel. I'm not sure. So once you start a brand new community, your very first mission will be to claim the base, and then it will be to find some materials to deposit into your base. And then after that, once you build your first facility, a friendly enclave will spawn in somewhere on the map and will give you another mission. So this is all just getting you set up for the long haul. So there's a chance a material ruck spawns here. So something you'll always want to do is always park your vehicle so the front of your car is up against a wall, because zombies can hit your car from everywhere, but your car is only at risk of blowing up if they damage the engine. So make sure to keep your car pressed nose up against a wall or something, so that if you have to jump in your car and bail, the zombies don't jump on the hood and absolutely destroy your ride. And by the way, this first video is probably going to be a fairly long one. I don't intend on all parts being that long, but this is the beginning. This is where some of the most important decisions and mistakes you can make will happen.
That's that.
About
There
damn
we go.
time.
So, there's a material ruck. What we will do is we'll go ahead and search these barns. Barns are always a good place
like
to
whoever was
look
here last
for
left a bunch of
food
stuff.
or ammo, or even guns. And if you want a little heads up, the guns and ammo are always going to
Everything seems
spawn
calm
up here in the loft over in this area. So you don't have to crouch everywhere, you can just walk. Sprinting is the noisemaker that is the most dangerous. But as long as you're not right next to some zombies, you can just walk and you won't trigger their aggro. Let's see, the food ruck should be in here if we have one. Barns can give you a food or an ammo ruck, sometimes both. It really just depends. We ended up getting food. Lovely. And let's see if we can't possibly get lucky enough to also get an ammo ruck while we're here. If not, it's okay, because there is this bridge outpost here, which will have some weapons and a guaranteed ammo ruck. So even if we don't get one here, it's not the end of the world. Where we're missing fuel and ammo. Which there is a fuel outpost to get a fuel ruck near. So even though Trumbull Valley is the worst starter base for building, it is the best starter base in terms of what is nearby. So I'm going to show you in this episode, which is part of why this episode is going to be so long, but near the Trumbull Valley starting base is a easy to claim food outpost. There is a place for a guaranteed ammo ruck, guaranteed fuel ruck, lots of gas cans. It's honestly really good. It's just the fact that there are two things of Trumbull Valley that upset me the most. That is how bad the starter base is, and you will get various NPCs who will spawn in on the map and request you to come help. And they never shut up. Every time you spawn in, they will get on the radio and say, "This is blah blah blah. I am located here. I need some help." And it's incredibly annoying. I, honest to God, wish the devs would have given us an option to deactivate the NPCs, because I get so fed up. But enough complaining for the time being. I'm going to show you guys another neat little area. So over here is a warehouse next to an army outpost. There's a chance both of them are pre-looted. If not both of them, the army outpost is almost always looted, but that's not what makes this special. So when you complete this mission to build your first facility, a starting enclave spawns in. On Trumbull Valley, as many times as I've played this map, the only place the starting enclave spawns is either the army outpost or the warehouse right here, or the shed, whichever it is. So what you need to do before you spawn in the enclave, go search this shed, because if you do not, you will lose the material rucksack that's in there. So before we go back home and drop off these materials and start building, we're going to go hit this shed over here before the friendly enclave can spawn in. And see, it has not been pre-looted yet. Oh, and we get a truck right beside it. That's lucky, actually. We can get a repair kit and fix up that truck. It has more storage space. I did not want him to scream. So regular zombies can scream, and if they do, it is heard from everywhere. Can I please? There we go. And just so you know, this game is notorious for bullshit like that. There was no reason for me to get grabbed. I'm sure you all saw that. But I will say this game does cause me some crash out moments, usually with stuff like that. So now my guy has an injury and very high infection. all because of that load of crap right there. So, well, I suppose this is at least a good learning opportunity. So, when you are attacked by plague freaks or plague zombies, you have an infection bar. If that bar maxes out, you will become infected with blood plague. On Lethal Zone, you only have 5 minutes to cure it. If you do not cure it, your player will turn into a zombie and die. So you have to cure blood plague as soon as you get it. And the little icon down there that is blocking my health from maxing out,
Plague zombies in all directions. Better be careful.
That is an injury. Injuries will not go away unless you either spend resources to heal them or you have a level 2 infirmary. So let's go ahead. Let's park the car. Let's drop all this off. Since he is so close to infection, we'll just drop everything in here.
I wasn't sure I'd see you all again.
We need to build an infirmary. An infirmary should always be your priority when starting
building this base up into something real.
So we'll go ahead and take control of Joey, since he is the least infected out of everybody.
Would you folks be willing to help out a neighbor?
Let's see, we have a 7-slot backpack. We want to change this out for an 8.
Thanks.
We don't have another 8. Okay. All right, you know, this is fine. So which crossbows do we have? So we have a light crossbow and a classic crossbow. So we'll just do the classics, since these are a higher likelihood of being recovered. Then let's go ahead and put on our energy drinks. You always want to have energy drinks so that you can outrun plague barrels. And we'll take these to sell to the Enclave. And see what I tell you, the Enclave spawned inside that shed that we went to check. Okay. So let's go ahead and go help them. They just want us to collect plague samples, which can take a little while, but the process is much faster with a crossbow. I don't like damaging the car, but that screamer is too close to plague territory for me to be comfortable. Which I'll explain plague territory in just a minute. Brought you guys a present. Alright, so who do we got to talk to?
Oh, hey, what's up? The safest way to collect samples is by killing plague zombies.
Okay, do you guys have anything worth trading? Oh, you do. You got meds and materials. That's amazing,
The best place to
actually.
find them is in the territory around a plague heart.
So we actually
basically
want
infect their whole
materials over
environment.
meds, so we can
It's
hurry
not
up and
pretty.
get our infirmary to level 2.
Or you could just destroy the plague heart itself to get a
Oh my
bunch
god,
of
and they have a
samples.
repair kit.
That's more dangerous. Before you head out, you'd better gear up. This won't be easy.
We'll sell them that. We'll go ahead and buy the repair kit.
I restocked for you. You're welcome.
Helping out like this is a good way to make friends.
So what we're going to do is we're actually going to go ahead and
Let's
repair
hope
this
this pays
truck,
off. We could use allies out here.
because this truck has a lot more storage slots. So the fact that this truck spawned right here is actually extremely lucky. Okay, I need to make one more audio adjustment just to the game volume. So let's bring that down to about here. Okay. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead. So this starting Enclave will always give you a fuel rucksack for completing this mission. Alright, so while we're hunting for plague samples, I think it's a good time to explain plague territory. If you see how this outpost is outlined in red, that means we are in plague territory, which means there is a plague heart nearby. When you're inside plague territory, you cannot claim outposts until the plague heart is destroyed. And if you kill too many zombies outside of stealth, you will wake up the heart. Other things that will wake up the heart is if you attack it, that will wake up the heart instantly. Or if a screamer screams near the heart, it will wake it up instantly. If the heart wakes up, it will start sending out infestations, which will grow stronger over time until eventually it causes a siege on your base. So infestations are cleared out by simply killing the screamers that are spawned in with the infestation. However, if you kill other freaks before you kill the screamer, you can get rare drops like guns or high caliber ammo. So up to you if you want to take the risk. Me personally, at the start of the game, if I were to trigger infestation, no, I do not want to take the risk of trying to fight a level 3 infestation, because a level 3 infestation will have screamers, bloaters, ferals, and plague juggernauts. And I have lost a run at the very beginning of the start due to a level 3 infestation that went out of control. And there we go. That's our second plague sample. We only need to get 2. And then you'll get 500 influence and a fuel rucksack.
I'm finished here. Ready for the next job.
So cool.
So what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and run so we can make some distance. How's our infirmary coming along? Nearly done. Let's go ahead and check this. Usually when you search car trunks, you'll be given parts. Yep, just like that. Okay, let's get back over here to them. Another little caveat of plague territory. If you bring these zombies to Enclave NPCs like them, then it does not matter how much noise they make or how many zombies they kill. Enclave NPCs will not wake up the plague heart. It only happens if your people kill the zombies. So if I'm near a friendly enclave, you will see me lead a group of zombies to them instead of fighting them myself. That is because it will not wake up the plague heart.
With these plague samples,
There we go.
can make something that
So we got a
will
fuel
work
ruck,
if one of us gets
and
infected.
they have just became friendly with us.
We're
We want
happy
them to
share
become
the recipe if you
allied.
need it.
So we have 694.
We're good. Thanks.
We can go ahead and grab this
safe, all right?
med ruck. So if you have the influence to afford it, always get rucksacks at every chance. Rucksacks are some of the most important things you can possibly get.
So here's some news for you. Hey,
Go ahead and drop
these
this
plague
off
hearts
in
aren't gonna
here.
clear themselves out.
Let's refuel.
I hear you.
Okay, so our infirmary is complete. So what we're going to do now is if your people have plague infection, if you don't want to spend the resources to cure them right away, you can go to treat plague and infection, and you can stick them in the infirmary, and they will slowly recover from partial infection. You also get a little morale boost from it, too. So let's buy this med ruck, because when you build an infirmary, you start losing 2 meds every single
For some
day.
trading. Yeah, why not?
And we still have enough influence left over to buy the food outpost. So food outpost is the primary one you want to buy as soon as possible.
It's clear for now. But in plague territory, more Zeds are always close.
So we're going to go drop this stuff off at base, and I'm going to show you guys where to get a guaranteed ammo ruck, a guaranteed repair kit, and a guaranteed fuel ruck on Trumbull Valley. Now see, that's what a screamer sounds like when it screams. Thankfully, we are not near a plague heart, so these guys can scream all day and night if they want to. It does not matter to me, because we're not near a plague heart. So let's go ahead and deposit all this. And the guaranteed fuel ruck and guaranteed ammo and repair kit are all right beside each other. You don't even have to go far at all. So if you go right across the bridge right here, you will come across this bridge outpost, which will have a ammo ruck, and it's a very high likelihood of having guns or crossbows. But there should almost always be an ammo rucksack here, unless I'm about to get really unlucky. And I got extremely unlucky. So normally there's a guaranteed ammo ruck here, but it looks like the game decided that while I was making videos, it was not going to cooperate with me. But the fuel outpost and the repair kit should still be up here. So if you come just a little bit ways past the bridge outpost and come right here, there's a fuel tanker and a seconds auto repair.
Can't do it.
Now with the seconds auto repair, you have to be careful because there's almost always a crap ton of zombies inside. Now, this place, for some reason, always has it shown it can be searched, but then you get over here and that happens, and it's already preluded. Don't know why, but don't fall for that. It almost never is searchable. So the way sound works with zombies is zombies will go where they last heard the sound, and they will search that area. So that zombie over there heard the car and came over this way.
Most scavengers focus on big items. If we stock up on small comforts,
Let's see,
it'll add up
that
when we
one
need to
went
trade.
where it last heard me and screamed to bring more zombies, but it didn't notice me. Because I got away from the source of the sound long enough before he could aggro. Or quick enough, I should say. There's a lot less. I'm going to look like a fool on my first video because I'm sitting here telling you guys there's guaranteed rucks, and I'm not getting any of them.
Yep, that's a keeper.
Oh, there we go. So now we'll drop down right here. Sometimes you can get two at this depot, but that's like extremely rare. But you should get at least one. And these second auto repairs, as long as they're not pre-looted, always have at least one repair kit inside, from what I've seen. It's kind of like a small little bone the devs decide to throw you. Okay, so with these repair shops, be careful, because there's almost always a swarm of zombies inside. Usually they're sleeping, or sometimes they just spawn in out of nowhere. I'm getting both so lucky and unlucky on this run. I don't know what it is. But we're going to grab here. We're going to need to find an ammo ruck soon, because if you go too long without a certain resource in your base, people will eventually start to suffer a morale penalty. And morale is something you have to have. Lethal Zone, you already start out at minus 30 morale for everybody. If your morale stays too low for too long, people will actually begin to leave your community because they basically get fed up with everything. So I don't want to use a radio command to spawn in an ammo ruck, but I might not have a choice. See, there's our repair kit. Let's see, did we know? We don't have, because this takes about 15. We don't have enough cases of chemicals either.
I wanted to let you know we've had a couple more communities settle down.
And
here in
here's
Trumbull
the start of the NPCs I was telling you about.
They seem like good folks.
Thanks, Ray. It's nice to hear that people are coming back to the valley.
So what we'll do is
Take care of yourself, all right?
we'll go ahead and top up
Keep an eye on
fuel
Trumbull
one more
for me.
time, but we won't use our repair kit just yet.
Yes, ma'am.
See, I can't think of anywhere around here where an ammo ruck might be. Best bet might be to go hit this water tower and scout. My driving is not the greatest on this game, by the way. So what we'll do is we'll drop all this stuff off, then we're going to go claim the food outpost. So that we can hurry up and stop losing food. Because on Lethal Zone, all of your people eat 2 food per person. So as you can see, we're losing 6 food a day, 2 meds a day. And why are we hopeless? And see, we're hopeless because everyone's upset there's no ammo. So I'm going to go buy this food outpost, and then I'm going to try and see if I can't call this an ammo outpost and show you guys how radio commands work. There you go. You can use the back of your car to kill zombies and you won't suffer any damage. It's only if you hit the hood of the car that you will start to take damage to your vehicle and risk blowing it up.
Okay. Now where's that plague?
I just heard a feral. There's a couple of bloaters and a screamer over there. Is that feral chasing this far over here? I'm trying to see if he's... Okay, doesn't look like it. So we're going to go in here and claim this outpost.
Somebody already hit this place. Better move on.
All right, and there we go. So now we are losing only
That said,
4 food
a
a
little
day.
more effort here could really pay off.
Do I have enough items to start some defenses? No, I don't, because I don't have any ammo. So here's how we're going to use radio command. So if you go over here to the radio tab, you can go to find resources people and locate a
Hey,
resource.
Can somebody ask our neighbors if they know a good place for shopping?
It does cost influence, so between buying the outpost and looking for that, our influence is now
We will
really
handle the
low,
situation for you.
but we need to make it happen.
Hello, Trumbull Valley.
Now, ideally, they did give us somewhere close by.
From downtown Marshall.
And here comes
Most of you don't know me
Tressie
yet,
to
but
talk
if
and
things
talk
go
and
well,
talk.
you will soon.
This is one of the first NPCs that spawns
I'm working
in,
on a little
and she
project
never
that's
shuts
gonna
up.
help this valley thrive again, like it used to. For now, just stay strong and be good to each other. We're all in
Ooh, I
together
threaded
after
the
all.
needle. And unfortunately, we lose our door because we couldn't turn quick enough to avoid the feral. So plague ferals can shoulder ram your driver's side door and knock it off immediately, which means we can now be pulled out by zombies without any issue. So we're going to have to use our repair kit already, because having a door is so important. Let's see, I think we'll go and hit this area up here first, because I think I can find other ruts up here. Now see, that should stop other zombies from getting in. Unfortunately, this is a bit closer than I would like to a plague heart, which means there is a strong chance we wake up the heart by killing all these zombies. So when you're fighting zombies, especially plague zombies, you always need to keep moving. Otherwise, you would get grabbed, and it's not a fun time. Well, never mind. I thought I'd blocked the entrance, but apparently not. Yep, and unfortunately, we just got the warning that a plague heart stirs. And we got another bullshit grab. Alright, we're just going to have to... Oh, they're climbing over right there. Did not realize that was a spot for them to climb over. Okay, not sure what happened there. And unfortunately, because of a bunch of bullshit, we just woke up the plague heart, which means now we're about to start getting infestations. Alright, which plague heart woke up? Can't even tell because it's not on the map. It looks like we can't get that bolt
I have
back.
another task
That's
for
a
you.
shame.
Details forthcoming.
Oh, it's going to be that hard over there that we woke up. Looks like no ammo
Until we
rut
take out that
here.
nearby plague heart, this place can't really be secured.
Yep, so unfortunately we woke up that heart. So we're going to have infestations until that heart is killed. And we are not yet equipped to fight a plague heart. Let's see. So it looks like our ammo is going to be here, but no, it's this outpost right here, I guess. And then the place marker is just looking really janky. Unfortunately, I didn't get his head. That time I did. All right, yep. So this is where the ammo is going to be. Just a matter of finding. So since this is close enough to plague territory, it's not going to show us where the searchable item is. We actually have to sit here and find it until we get close enough. Here we go, right here. So this is where our ammo is going to be.
Time to head home. And
There we
grab
go.
a drink.
Let's see. He is still recovering. So we're going to go ahead, go back to base, drop off this ammo. Our vehicle's all the way over here. All right, the army outpost has just been... We'll go deal with this infestation real quick so I can show you guys how to work with those. And then we're going to head back to base. Out there with the bloater. Alright, we're going to lead this horde inside so that the Enclave can deal with them.
Get all the damn dead.
Hey, you, what's up?
So when it comes to dealing with an infestation, all you want to do is just kill the Screamer. Let's see, we'll get the bloater.
That cloud is pure poison.
Where is the Screamer? Oh, he was over there. All right, and see, since the Screamer died, the infestation cleared out. So unfortunately, there's a lot of zombies around here, so we're going to keep dodging. We'll pop our last energy drinks, much as I didn't want to, but we need to help these guys fight. Well, I say that, but it looks like we need to run instead. So we're just going to have to risk the truck. Alright, there we go. Let's head back to base. Alright, that was not the ideal first episode I wanted. But this might be the end of part 1 here. Definitely not the start we needed to have. But we at least fixed our morale. Yusuf is getting a bonus from the infirmary. We have a couple of...
This is Lily Ritter, reaching out to all the new
Let's
additions
see.
to our
Everyone here at
Trumbull
this
family.
Enclave is still alive at least.
Before I started the network, I lived in Trumbull. So,
And
as
here
long as I'm
comes
around,
another
that valley
NPC
will
to
always have
carry on
someone
with
there to
some
watch
life
out for you.
story and being incredibly annoying.
And that
So let's go ahead and get this.
someone is my good friend, Raimundo
Alright, so
Santos.
we're going to call this the end of
You need
episode
help?
1 right here.
Ray is
Ideally,
the
episode
guy
2 will go a whole lot better and we can start cleaning things
Down
up.
there, Lily. I'm
But I
over
hope to see you guys in the next video.
Don't be
Hopefully you
modest,
enjoyed
Ray.
this series
Can't
and
imagine
will
a Trumbull
follow along
Valley
with it
without you there
and
keeping
learn
watch.
something from it, or at least learn what not to do, even if you don't learn what to do. So with that out of the way, I hope everyone has a fantastic morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. I will see you guys whenever part 2 uploads. And I hope you all have a fantastic night. Goodbye.